What's up, it's Chris Harrio. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to replace your back workout in the gym with this body weight workout. There's many of you that can't make it to the gym for whatever reason, especially right now. So today I'm going to show you how to replace the exercises that you're doing at the gym with some body weight exercises that are going to be just as effective, if not even more. And the body weight exercises that I'll be showing you today use the same movement paths as well as engage the same muscle groups as the ones that you're using in the gym that require equipment and weights. And for today's video, I'll be replacing the exercises that are most commonly used in the gym to train your back, and may be even more beneficial for you, especially if you're not used to this type of training. Starting with the first exercise that's most commonly seen in the gym for training back, the lat pull down. The best way to replace this exercise is with the pull up. It's going to simulate the same movement path as well as engage the same muscles. And although both exercises work out your back and your lats, the pull up will actually work even more muscles, utilizing a lot more of your core and stabilization muscles as you're not sitting down doing this exercise. So I'm going to go for 10 reps and then I'll break this exercise down for you. All right, so there we have the pull-up. Now the pull-up, in my opinion, is a lot more beneficial than the lat pull-down for a couple reasons. One being that you can do pull-ups pretty much anywhere, or at least anywhere you can find a place to hang, which is gonna be a lot more accessible than finding a machine to do lat pull-downs. Another reason is that you can add additional weight to both exercises, but you can't get the additional benefits that you get from pull-ups. In the lat pull-downs, because this machine requires you to be in a seated position, you're gonna be missing out a lot of that core activation as well as your stabilization muscles. So you definitely wanna add the pull-up into your back workout. Now, if you're having trouble performing a pull-up, you can always do jumping pull-ups and focusing on the negative. That will develop your strength enough to eventually be doing real pull-ups. And if those are too difficult, you can always go for Australian pull-ups. Both of these exercises will engage the same muscle group and follow the same movement path, but alleviate some of the weight to be able to work on your pulling motion and build your way up to a real pull-up. And moving on to the next exercise, we're going to be covering bent over rows. Again, we're going to be simulating the same movement path and engaging the same muscle groups with the body weight exercise, inverted row pull-ups. So I'm going to go for 10 reps and show you what it looks like. So there we have inverted row pull-ups, and you'll notice just like the bent over rows, I'm pulling straight to my stomach with a full range of motion, engaging my rear delts, lats, and back, but with this alternative exercise, creating even more abdominal activation as well as engaging more stabilization muscles. Additionally, when you're doing inverted row pull-ups, every single rep is going to be at minimum your own body weight, which is not only going to get you a lot stronger, but will allow you to lift and control your own body weight a lot easier. Now, if this is too difficult, a progression to this exercise would be doing Australian pull-ups with your feet elevated. Practice your Australian pull-ups with your feet elevated, and you'll eventually build the strength to be able to do inverted pull-ups. Now the next exercise that I'll be going over that's often used in the gym to train back is the T-bar row or the row machine, typically used with a neutral grip. I'll be replacing this exercise with commando pull-ups. So I'm going to go for 10 reps and then break it down for you. All right, so there we have commando pull-ups. And aside from engaging the same muscle groups and using the same movement path, we're incorporating the same neutral grip. And of course, with this alternative exercise, commando pull-ups, we're utilizing more abdominal activation as well as more stabilization muscles, which again will improve your muscle definition and your strength that will translate into other exercises. Now remember, if you have a grip where one hand is on top of the other one, you want to make sure to switch to both grips, as one arm will always be pulling a little bit more than the other one. And if you're having trouble being able to perform this exercise, again, just like the pull-ups, you can go for jumping commando pull-ups, really emphasizing on the negative. The more you work this progression, you'll eventually be able to do real commando pull-ups. Now the next exercise I'm going to be covering is a very common exercise used in the gym to really build your lats. That's the straight arm lat pull down, typically done with a cable machine. We're going to be replacing this exercise with front lever raises. I'm going to go for 10 reps to show you what it looks like. All right, so there we have front lever raises. As you can see with this exercise, just like the straight arm lat pull down with the cable machine, we keep our arms straight, lean back, and engage our lats, lifting our entire body weight. And again, same movement path, same muscle activation, except with this body weight exercise, engaging way more abdominals and stabilization muscles, utilizing all the muscles in your body to work together as a unit and strengthening your posterior muscle chain, which is an enormous additional benefit that you don't get from the straight arm lat pull down with the cable machine. Now, if you're having trouble being able to perform this exercise, just try to lean back and engage your lower back as well as your lats, and just raise as high as you can while leaning back, keeping your body in a straight line position. At the beginning, you may not be able to go all the way up to a 90-degree angle, but doing reps going as high as you can with good form will eventually build your strength to be able to go up to 90 degrees. You can also try this exercise with one leg tucked in and the other leg fully extended as single leg front lever raises. This will alleviate some of the weight and make it easier, and if this is still too difficult, you can always do the progression tucked front lever raises. That's with both of your legs tucked in. And this is going to apply less weight and less of an overload to this exercise, making it a lot more manageable if you're just getting started. So practice your tucked front lever raises until you're able to do single leg front lever raises, and then practice your single leg front lever raises until you're able to do front lever raises. Now moving on to the last exercise, a very common exercise used in the gym to build your back, we have deadlifts. Now the deadlift is a great exercise and I highly recommend adding it to your workout routines, but if you don't have access to weights, this alternative exercise can be done pretty much anywhere that you can hang from, and that's going to be the upside down deadlift. So I'm going to go for 10 reps and then I'll break it down for you. All right, so there we have the upside down deadlift. We're using the same movement path as the deadlift and engaging the same muscle groups in our back, but with the upside down deadlift, we're adding additional abdominal activation as well as recruiting more stabilization muscles. And doing this exercise is gonna get you stronger and make it easier to lift and control your own body weight, which will translate into a lot other harder exercise, helping you to be a more complete, well-rounded athlete as well as giving you a more well-rounded physique. And that's gonna be all the exercises that I'll show you for today to replace your back day at the gym. Now remember, just because we're replacing those exercises today doesn't mean that you should cut out those exercises from your workout routines completely. And in my opinion, to get the best results, you want to train them both and specifically focus on the exercises that you neglect the most. Your body gets used to motions and exercises over time, so switching up your routines and exercises will help you to break plateaus and progress you way faster. Remember, you're only as strong as your weakest link, or in this case, what you don't train or train the least. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then definitely smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want the next video to be about, and share this video with a friend that doesn't have access to the gym but still wants a solid back workout routine. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already, because I post every single Sunday, 8 p.m. USA Eastern Time. And if you comment within the first 30 minutes, you always have a chance to win some free apparel. And for more of my content during the week, make sure you're following me on Instagram. Almost every single post, I always do some type of giveaway. So if you want a chance to be a part of that, make sure you're following me on IG. And if you're enjoying the music on the channel, you can get access to all my music on my SoundCloud. That's soundcloud.com/Chris Harriet. You can also find my music on all other music platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and all other music platforms. And with that said, I'll see you next Sunday, 8 p.m. USA Eastern Time. Mad love. Peace out.